Comic Book Pixie here, and welcome to another Nerdy Mondays! Alright, so we got some exciting news late last week about Thor 3. And before I tell you what that exciting news was and post the link to... There's a ghost in my house. And post the link to the interview down below. I just want y'all to know that Thor has always been one of my favorite comics. Like, ever since I started reading, like, them in middle school and all that, it's always been my favorite. I haven't stayed too up to date on them because, like I said in my other videos, lack of means to getting comic books and stuff like that. Where I live, there's not really any comic book stores or any good comic book stores, if there's not a bad comic book store. There's no way of me to get them, and I don't really want to buy them on Amazon because I hate waiting. The only things I get on Amazon are books and stuff for cosplay and shoes and clothes. But like, yeah, even like with books, I get so impatient when I really want to read something. But I stay basically in the loop by like going on to Yahoo and Google and all those things. So I'm babbling. Let me tell you what the exciting news is. Tom Hiddleston, who, if you don't live under a rock, all know that he plays Loki in Thor. And before we get into this, I just want to say that I've always liked Loki. Not like that way, but the fact that he was always like one of my favorite villains in the Marvel. Because I don't know, I just think he's a really fascinating character. Like, they did such a good like job portraying him in the movie. That yeah, they fleshed out his character somewhat, not really, but yeah, like they kind of fleshed out his character. Or Tom Hiddleston's just that good that he can just give depth to anything. And they put in not much because that was already there. A lot they put in a lot, like with the mythology, or a lot more at least. That was yeah already in the comics, but I feel like they, maybe it's just because I'm seeing it on screen, fleshed that out a little bit more. I don't really know how to explain it. Okay, that's gonna bother me because I have all my windows open. But yeah, the news was that in the interview, the reporter asked him if he's ever gonna get it on with the Enchantress, and Tom Hiddleston, in his charming way, kind of eluded the question, and oh damn it. Okay, there it is. Okay, sorry it wasn't working, and I just want to quote this correctly. He kind of eluded the answer, but said that will Loki get a love interest? I don't know. And he was just very like, he eluded it, making me think that, well, maybe. And he actually read the comics, which made me really happy, and does ship him with the Enchantress. But me and my friend Jem were talking about this because we both read this article, and he wanted it to be some girl from the comics that's names escape me. That's name escapes me right now, and I can't really remember it, and that's gonna bother me. After I'm done talking about the two that it could possibly be, I really want you to post the name of the third girl in the comments down below, because that's gonna bother me. I really want it, my pick, I really want it to be Sijin, because I absolutely adored her in the comics. Like, I thought that she was so cool, and I love her in Norse mythology, because I'm a nerd like that, and I think mythology is probably one of the coolest things ever, no matter where it's from. But yeah, like, she's the wife to Loki, and princess of Asgard, and, you know, he admired Sijin from afar, which is why I think it might not be her, because, you know, they've liked each other for a while. It'd be funny if she was constantly in the background and no one just knew about it, like one of those Easter egg things. I probably would have picked that out because I'm really good at that, but whatever. I just feel like they'd be a really good team because she's mischievous, he's mischievous, and, you know, like, it's just kind of cool. Like, she just is a really cool character, and they have a very sweet relationship. Like, I can't exactly remember, but when Loki is in prison by Thor, in the comic book, she holds a bucket over, or a bowl over his head to prevent some sort of acid, or I think it might be snake venom. That sounds right. From dropping on his head to kill him. And I don't know, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I guess it's kind of like, even though I was younger, I was like, oh, that's so weird, but so sweet. But yeah, it could be the Enchantress, though. Like, that's what I'm guessing that they're leaning more towards, because she's trouble. They kind of make an awesome team, but at the same time, in a weird way, I really don't want it to be her, because she makes Loki like her bitch. She really does, and I feel like that would ruin it for all of the fangirls, because, like, man, you're so badass and so hot, and this lady's just treating you like garbage. Like, yeah, okay. They are hot in the comics. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like, their love is really good. Like, it's really attractive, like, looking. And a couple scenes that are pretty darn hot. But, a couple. Let's try a lot. But, I don't know. I feel like that would be really bad for the whole Loki character, because a lot of girls, and even a lot of boys, let's not generalize, really like him. And think that he's a cool character, and that he's so suave and stuff, and so cunning. But we already saw in the Avengers that when Black Widow, and I coined the term Black Widowed him, when she just kind of like manipulated all of his thoughts and got him to tell her what the plan was. I was like, oh god, what if this is not like an Easter egg for like them bringing on the Enchantress, right? And I was like so nervous, but they never did that in Thor 2. But, they also talked about Loki's kids, and I was so happy. Kids. I was so happy that Tom Hiddleston read the comics and actually knew that Loki has animal children. Now, I'm not going to say any of their names. I'm probably going to butcher the crap out of them. But he knew about the 8-legged horse, whose name is like... I looked it up, and I'm probably going to still butcher it. Where are you? Slenpinner? I am so sorry. And the wolf, which is Fenrir. I think I got that one right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Don't yell at me. Alright, I kind of stink at names, like I've said before. But he has a ton of other animals, and I think that's really cool that Tom Hiddleston knew that, because it means that he actually wants to know about the character and isn't just doing it for the money. And at the end of the day, that's what truly matters in my eyes. Like, I'm so naive when I like think about Hollywood, like, oh, they're doing it because they love it. No, they're doing it for money. It's true. But yeah, apart from that, I really want it to be Sijin, just because I think that their whole dynamic would be really cute and whatever. The fangirl in me, even though they never get together in the comics, they never even have like a scene together in the movies. I think it's just the way that my brain works, which is like, goddess of war, god of mischief. They would clash so well together, but they're not gonna be together. In my heart, I really want it to be Sith. No, it's not gonna happen. I know I shouldn't ship it, but I do. But I know it's not gonna happen. She ends up with Thor, kind of. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Let me know the love interest that you want Loki to have in the next Thor movie, and if you think that Loki is gonna be the new king of Asgard, or if you think that Thor is gonna probably kick his butt and be the king, but Thor doesn't want to be the king. Who knows what's gonna happen? So yeah, let me know all of your thoughts on that, and subscribe if you liked this video. If you didn't, subscribe anyway, because Tom Hiddleston. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Love you. Bye.